Welcome, Aggies, to a new video series where we'll be having conversations with student leaders from across campus. In this series, we'll be exploring how students are leading both in the classroom and in the community. Hopefully, through this series, we'll be able to highlight the many talented student leaders we have at Cameron and explore the many opportunities available to students. With that said, let's begin today's conversation. Welcome, Aggies, and today for our inaugural Student Leader Highlight, we're sitting down with Katavia West. I've gotten to know Katavia the last couple of years, and I think she's a great student leader, so I'm excited that she is the first guest on this series. So welcome, Katavia. How are you doing today?
Doing good. I'm glad to be here. How you doing, Zeke?
Doing well. You know, it stopped raining, so I'm not going to complain too much. So
Yes, it was quite rainy. It's a nice chilly day today, so I'm excited.
it is. Same here. So I guess we should probably let everyone know that we are recording this via Zoom. So if there's technical glitches, it's Zoom. It's not us. Clearly, we are technology savvy over here, and we're in our own spaces, so we don't need to be face coverings today. So
You're socially distanced, so we're doing our job.
we're doing our job. We're trying to set a good example. All right. So with all that, let's just get right into it. So why don't you start with just telling us a little about yourself, your background, where you're majoring, and all that good stuff.
Gotcha. I'm a communications, public relations major. My minor is English. This would be my third year at Cameron. I'm a junior. And in addition to that, I'm not from here. I'm not a local person. I'm from everywhere in a way. I'm a military kid, so I travel a lot. I travel often. Before Fort Sill, we were in Fort Hood, which is in Texas. We've been stationed in Washington State, Oregon, and my hometown is in Georgia. So I'm a little bit from everywhere. Currently, my mother's in Germany. She's been over there 3 years. I don't think she plans on coming back, so that may be my home. I'm doing my best to stay involved on campus. I became president of the Black Student Association about a year ago. This will be my second go around at that. I'm an RA this year, so this is a new thing for me. I'm very excited. I'm enjoying it. So that's as much as I can come up with right now.
Awesome. So mom has basically told you we're moving hometowns from Georgia overseas, essentially.
Yep, and that's where we're staying. I'm rolling with it. I like it.
Wait, so all of those places, favorite place you've lived so far? I mean, besides Lawton, obviously, this is an awesome place.
Yes. Other than that, I would say it's a tie between Washington State and I would say Germany. Washington was very peaceful. The way of life over there seemed to go very smoothly. Plus, I love the seasons. I got fall, winter, spring, summer. It was great. And I love being up there. I love the Evergreen State will forever have a special place in my heart.
So 4 seasons, something we don't tend to have in, it's either hot or not hot here.
Exactly.
So we sort of so you sort of answered my next question, but so what are you involved in on campus? So obviously president of BSA, and you're an RA. What other things have you been active in just as a member or other things?
I used to work at the rec center. That was my job of 3 years. I just stopped due to the fact that I was an RA. That kept me involved in a lot, from helping with intramurals, the Big Pink volleyball game that the campus life hosts there as well. Working at the rec was kind of that was my thing. I was involved in almost everything. I couldn't miss anything. I got to speak to athletes, coaches, a little bit of everyone showed up. So that I'm working my way to get involved in some more clubs just to be a member, work my way around. That's about it. I'm not really, I'm looking, I'm finding what fits me.
I think you were about to say, well, I haven't been involved in that much, but that's quite a bit. So a lot to do.
Yes.
So in addition to that, I know that, you know, we've had conversations that you have been involved in the community. So what are community things that you've been involved in, some projects you've worked on?
Some things in the community that I've worked on with my organization, BSA, we've adopted Cleveland Elementary down the road. So last year, the 2019 through 2020 school year, we were acting as TAs every Friday for the students there. These low-income housing next to us, those students, the teachers can't assist everyone. So it was our job to be there to help them. I had second graders. Shout out to Miss Watson. That's my second grade teacher. She's amazing. I miss my kids so much. They're great. In addition to that, Teamwork Makes the Dream Work was a big thing for my Black Student Association. We actually won an award for it. I believe it was Best Event of the Year. I don't quote me. Dr. Morris has the plaque for it, but that's an event that we did here. Soul Food Fest. I'm on the Mayor's Commission for the Status of Women, and I'm looking to be on the Commission for the Race Relations here as well. I'm missing a lot. I know I am, but off the top of my head, I also had an event with Representative Daniel Pay my first year as president as well. So I'm a little bit everywhere, from community with kids, politics, anything you name it. I'll find some way to get it done. So I'm enjoying it.
That's awesome. So what is something people wouldn't realize about Cleveland Elementary that you learned or you didn't know going into it?
Kids are great. I I wasn't a kid person at first, but kids seem to really take to me. Also the I guess, how do I describe this? I didn't realize how overpopulated classrooms were. I thought when I was in class, it was just like one teacher and maybe like 15 of us, maybe 16, 18. That's double. There are like 30 kids in the classroom, and it's interesting. Technology isn't really as what it used to seem. And granted, I had an overhead, that's when things are just starting to get kicked in. But now seeing them with like smart boards and technology is definitely the way that teachers go about teaching their kids now, which I think is convenient. But sometimes, kids struggle with reading and other aspects where they need something physical in order to learn.
I would agree. I did a volunteer homeroom mom for a couple of years for a friend. By the way, to have no kids. And the same thing, you think there's like one teacher and these 15 kids, and you go in and there's 30, and the parents may or may not be involved. And, I just don't think that people understand what's going on in our school system. Those teachers are doing an awesome job. Don't get me wrong, but
yes. Also, representation
opens your eyes when you're actually in there.
Yeah, representation matters. When they see someone who's not their teacher, but not their mom, someone that could be like a sibling, they're like, oh, I like you. They take to that. They want to know more. They get intrigued. So if you have people around you or you're around little kids, take to them. They'll be happy to talk to you about their favorite color, what they ate, their siblings, their dog, anything. They're just excited for someone to listen.
Well, hopefully you all can get back out there once things settle down. So fingers crossed. So I imagine being involved, being the president of BSA and being an RA, you've had a lot of leadership kind of aha moments. What's the biggest leadership lesson you've learned so far?
Okay, the biggest leadership lesson that I have learned so far is patience. Things happen in due time. My biggest thing, and I'm even like this myself, I have a bad habit of being a great procrastinator, but once I get things going and I'm on a roll, if I'm planning, I expect everyone to all be on board or all be on the same page. That's not how things happen. People don't get it. There are questions, there are hiccups, and I've been good at not only learning patience, but also learning to have a backup plan, and then a backup plan for the backup plan, and then another plan in case something else goes wrong. So I guess patience and risk management has helped me navigate a lot through organizations, the volunteering, and even here as an RA. I have to have patience.
Yes, they say patience is a virtue for a reason.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Sometimes you just take that deep breath and it's going to be okay, and then keep going.
It is a blessed skill. It is amazing.
So just in general, I kind of want to know, part of this conversations and this dialogue, I kind of want to understand what's going on in the world of students, but also what are you passionate about? So when you think about what's your great passion, things that you really get you going, what is that?
I guess my passion would be my need for education. I'm always seeking to know more. My mind never stops going. I always want to know more, want to learn more, want to find out more. There's always more. There's more pieces to the puzzle for me. So I guess my biggest thing here being at school, I want to learn. And with everything being virtual now, it makes me become stagnant because I have to apply myself a whole lot more. I have to be on top of it. Like I have to trust myself and make sure I'm applying myself in order to get what I want out of it, not just showing up to the class and having that discussion piece has kind of been taken out now. So now I have to really trust that I'm able to pick people's brains and they say what needs to be said in order for me to regurgitate something back.
Yeah. Well, that is good because let me tell you, no matter what career you choose, job goes on, there's always more to learn. So I think that will always be out there for you.
Okay.
So the question that I always get asked that I don't have an answer myself is like, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? That's just not, I always say employed, happy with friends.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. So I'd like to take that question. I always kind of reframe it as where do you see yourself going in life? Kind of what do you want to do?
I agree with you on the 5-year thing. That's time limits are horrible. I can never put anything into that level. But for my future, I envision myself being involved, whether that's community, being a teacher, which has been thrown at me a lot. Politics, I don't know. I do a lot, and I'm getting to the point now where I'm finally narrowing it down to see where I actually want to take my life and my career and further it. I know I'll definitely be an asset to whatever community or business I get involved in, but I'm not sure. But I know within this next year, kind of after spring semester, I'll have it narrowed down to make sure all the qualities that I have are being put into the career that I choose for my future.
Yeah, I think you hit on a key piece there. I think hopefully, whoever is listening, which may just be you and I and your family after, who knows, hopefully more than that. But I think that's something really cool to take away is that kind of cast a wide net, see what's all out there, and then start to narrow down kind of where you want to go, but kind of keep your options open. And that's a great life lesson for people to take away from that. So, kind of last 2 big questions, and I know I posed this to you earlier in the year during RA training, so I don't know if you've given any more thought or not, but what do you want your legacy to be in life? What do you want to be known for?
And I do remember this question, and I believe my answer was being a team player. I'm one who wants to put everyone on. I want everyone to succeed, even with the things that I do with my organization, being an RA, what I do in the community, what I decide to do when I'm not here. I always want everyone to have the best experience, not only choose to speak up, say what needs to be said. I want everyone to have that voice. I want to be known as a team player. I put everybody on. I want everybody to be at the top with me. I'm never one to be selfish with whatever information or anything that I have or can offer to people around me. I want everyone to win. So I'm a team player at heart regardless. I've always been an underdog, but it's become an understatement at this point. But I'm definitely an underdog. I want everybody to get it, and I'm willing to move in silence in order to help everyone around me.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's a great legacy to people look back and say, hey, she was the one who made sure we all got it done, that I was involved, that my voice was heard. I think all of that is really valuable, especially in the time that we're in now, where people may not think that their voice always gets heard. And sometimes you need that one person who has a voice to give someone else a voice. So I think that's great. So being involved, where you want to go, how do we get there? Anything that we need to work on to kind of get there in those directions?
I think I have to branch out, like with my experiences. I've done a lot with like communication, I guess being around people directly. I think my biggest thing for myself, I need to put myself in a business-like environment just to see how I would operate in there, to see if I'd like it, to see what I want to indulge in. I also have to work on my level of patience. That's still a work in progress. I applaud myself, but I think those are the 2 main things I would have to focus on.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you spending some time with us today. I told you it'd be kind of short and hopefully painless, but thanks for sharing your experiences. Good luck the rest of the semester. And for everyone else, we will see you in the next episode.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Zeke. I'm glad you guys tuned in. Have a great day.